Have you ever caught yourself closing an app, feeling anxious after scrolling, and you don't even know why? What if the platforms that were built to connect us were actually keeping us broke, distracted, and addicted? Listen, before I started using my phone and my social media to start creating an income, I was scrolling endlessly. After long hour of shifts, I thought, oh my God, this is gonna help me take my brain off. Oh my God, this is gonna help me, yada, yada, yada. When waking up, which is the worst thing that you can possibly do, is open your phone and scroll. Before going to bed, you start scrolling. Again, the worst thing that you start to do. Listen, your brain, before you wanna sleep, it needs to relax, it needs to focus, it needs to let everything go. And obviously, when you wake up, you gotta set your brain right. So if the first thing that you do is open your phone and do everything, well, guess what? Your day is probably not gonna go as you want to. And that used to be me. Okay, at scrolling endless hours, and now I honestly scream at everyone who does this. You're scrolling endless hours and you're only doing harm to you because you're comparing yourself to every single woman out there. Oh my God, she has this. Oh my God, she has that. Oh my God, she went to that place. Oh my gosh, she's driving this car and I'm driving this car and I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm here and I'm there. You're killing yourself softly. Like killing me softly, like you're literally doing this to yourself. You're killing yourself. And it's so obvious that you're gonna feel drained, but you don't know why. You're spending so many hours, like look in front of you, and then you're like, oh my God, I'm so drained. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. The only thing wrong with you is your phone. People, especially older people, love to say, oh my God, you younger generation are obsessed and hooked on your phone. They don't say that because they have nothing better to say. They say that because that's all they see. People back then, like especially people like my parents' age and probably your parents' age, they were out and about. And not because they had nothing, because they clearly had so much better things to do than us. They were actually connecting. And all these apps, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, this, that, da 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 da, especially TikTok. From YouTube, you can learn so many things, but if you don't just listen to useless music all day, sorry, there's like something in the air. If you don't just listen to useless music all day, and you actually go on YouTube to train your brain, to learn, to put power into your brain because of what you listen to, then clearly you could use YouTube in a good way. But TikTok, it is honestly your worst enemy, scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And have you ever noticed that some apps, they just hide the time so you don't even know what time it is? YouTube, for example, when you zoomed in full screen and let's say you're watching a series or whatever, you can't watch the time. You don't know what time it is. So even if your series is 50 minutes and you haven't pressed the screen to see how long it goes, you just wasted 1 hour of your day watching a series. Listen, one thing that social media isn't is natural. I'll tell you this much. It doesn't just show you content for the sake of showing you content. It shapes the way we think about ourselves, money, and success. You think if my parents or your parents had access to the information that we have today, they would have had the same life today? Probably not. Wouldn't have been better? Maybe. Wouldn't have been worse? I doubt it. I'm gonna tell you something that you probably don't want to hear. It's more than just likes. And a lot of women don't want to hear this because they think that, oh, if I look cute, if I look pretty, if I post this, if I post that, people are gonna press like, I like. People are gonna like me if I go viral, if I do this, if I do that. For sure. People are gonna like it because you're pretty, because you're cute. But then again, there's just attention, noise in the background. The problem is that when it comes to social media, a lot of women tie their value into likes and views. But it's not just likes, it's constant comparison. Oh my God, my friend got more likes than me. Oh my God, my best friend who I love and I cherish Why did she get more likes than me? Why did she get more views than me? Why? And I'm guilty, eh? I have caught myself doing that, especially 2-3 years ago when I didn't know how to use social media in my advantage. I used to do that all the time. Oh my God, she has more views than me. Oh my God, she has more likes than me. Oh my God, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing this? What am I doing that? And you're trying to change and you're trying to follow trends and you're trying to be everybody without being yourself. By being everybody else but you, you're just noise. And nobody's just gonna listen to you because people are just gonna turn around and tell you, well, you just sound like her. You just sound like her. You just sound like her. But you gotta own your voice at some point. You gotta sound like you. I'll give you the best example. Let's say you're watching a reel. No, sorry. Let's say you're watching a video because the reel, it's not 30 minutes. Let's say you're watching a video on 30 minutes. How did I become successful? And that woman is telling you exactly about her. She's not dropping you value. She's telling you exactly how she became successful. Which is still value because obviously you can duplicate a couple of steps. But let's say you have 30 minutes on a woman saying how she gets successful. But instead, what do after? You shut your phone. You close it. You don't do nothing. Why don't you start implementing what she said? What if she said something about social media that you can use? What if she said something about making money? What if she said something about how to monetize your anything? Why aren't you taking notes? Why aren't you keeping track of what works for her and how you can implement it? Why are you shutting off your phone? Because you think that I'm never gonna get successful? Because you think that whatever she has, I can't have? And comparing and saying, oh, she has this, I don't have that. Oh, she has that, I don't have that. It keeps you distracted and it keeps you out of your lane. So let's talk about your brain on social media and how it reacts on different platforms. So have you ever heard of the effect of dopamine? Every single like that you have, let's say you comment on a TikTok video, okay? So you make a comment and your comment gets thousands likes because you said something so smart. You said something so probably was sarcastic, probably was ironic, probably you were throwing hate, or probably you actually said something inspirational. Whatever you said, you got 1,000 likes. And now you're like, oh my God, people valid me. Oh my God, they liked my comment. Oh my God, people actually like me. Trust me, 30 minutes after that, no one will remember your comment. But you are getting an instant dopamine hit. Your brain gets addicted to tiny wins instead of big growths. Your brain will start give you signals. By the way, we train our brains. Our brain doesn't train us, okay? Newsflash. And I'm gonna make a video about that actually. Every time you say, oh my God, somebody liked it. Oh my God, somebody this, somebody that. Your brain will send a signal. Oh my God, I'm important. Oh my God, I'm validated. Oh my God. So you're focusing on tiny wins than actual growth. You don't feel drained because you're lazy. You're drained because your brain, it is so stuck in the smaller wins. So every time you're gonna try to think bigger, you're gonna try to do something bigger, to grow, this, that, your brain will tell you, stop it. You're not enough. You stick to your small wins. You stick to the small dopamine. Trust me, it's very hard in the beginning, but that doesn't mean that it's not possible. You gotta get out of it. You gotta literally tell your brain, like, F off. I need to follow me. And your brain will follow. Yes, it's gonna be hard in the beginning. Yes, it's gonna be tricky. Yes, you're used to another habit, but trust me, the more you stick to it, the more you go about it, your brain will simply follow because your brain, you train your brain. Your brain doesn't train you. What is the lesson of all this, you may ask? The lesson is that women stay stuck consuming and comparing instead of creating. You see, 3 C's: consuming, comparing, switch it around, creating. Let's talk a little bit about the real world cost. The social media betrayal isn't personal, it is actually financial. What do I mean by that? Your lost hours, it is lost money. Example, you're scrolling 3 to 4 hours a day. That makes it 15 to 20 hours a week. Imagine if these hours, 15 to 20 hours, somebody works a part-time job, okay? So imagine if you put these hours into learning something new, learning a new skill set, reading a goddamn book that's gonna teach you something, creating content that will get you attention, that we will monetize, that we will turn it into money. It will. What if you learn how to how money works? Let's just start with the basics. Do you even know how money works? Do you even know where does it come from? Where does it go? Where does it end up with? How does it even come to your bank account? Who has it? Who makes it? The world prints money every single day. But how much money from that are you grabbing? Scrolling doesn't just steal your time, it also steals you your freedom from your future. Last point, but not least, let's talk a little bit about reclaiming your power and how you can gain it back. Because if you're here on this video, I'm gonna tell you how to gain it back. At the end of the day, social media isn't bad. It's all about how you use it. I personally flipped it from consumer to creator. I used to consume, like I told you, so many hours a day, probably more than 15 to 20 hours a week, by the way, like completely guilty. But I totally flipped the switch from consumer to creator. I started creating content like I do this now here. I started pushing more content, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, this, that. When you're so focused on creating, your brain will stop thinking about consuming. I know it sounds crazy, but the only time of the day that I consume content is to literally get ideas, to literally get inspirations, because obviously I still speak my own voice and my own truth, but you will catch me scrolling on my phone, not even every single day, by the way. It will be certain days when I plan out my content, and it would just be for that reason. It would be just to create, just to get inspiration, just to write down my notes. That's the only day and hours that you're gonna catch me scrolling. I'm not even kidding. Actually, everything changed when I started using social media to build communities, to build an income, and to build my voice. And if you're somebody that says, oh, but Nicoletta, I don't know what to talk about, you're not gonna know what to talk about unless you go out there and you talk about it. I'll give you a simple exercise. Write down 7 values of yours, okay? 7 values. What do you value? What is important to you? What are these 7 values that you value, literally? Is it love? Is it loyalty? Is it transparency? Is it femininity? Is it talking like, what is it? What is one thing? I really want you to go ask your friends and be like, your girlfriends, your boyfriend, whatever. I really want you to go and be like, hey, quick question. Pick 5 people, okay? Hey, quick question. What do you think I'm good at? What do you think I'm genuinely good at? When I give you advice, do you think I'm very good at giving you relationship advice? Do you think I'm really good at giving you growth advice? Do you think I'm really good in giving you life advice? What do you think I'm really good at? Do you really think I'm good at cooking, or does my cooking suck? Like, just an example. Do you really think I'm good at baking? I am telling you, if you turn that into content and you start monetizing, you start making money everywhere. Money's gonna be everywhere. You're gonna be like, oh my God, what's happening? Yes, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Women have 2 choices in life: to either be a creator or to be a consumer. One will drain you and will start dragging you down, and another one will set you free. You decide which one you wanna be. Nobody can force it to you. I can force it to you. But you gotta choose which side do you want to be on. I would personally choose the creator side, which is what I'm on. Social media doesn't betray women. Women do to their own selves when they choose to scroll endlessly rather than just building something on their own. The second you use to flip that switch, it will become a freedom tool for you. If you're ready to use social media as a tool and not as a weapon for your brain, drop a comment, because I really want to hear your opinion, your point of view, and what's one thing that we're changing to start building rather than consuming, and of course, creating. And if I were you, I would subscribe, because honestly, every single week we bring value and we teach women how to be free. If you want to talk to me one-on-one, I have my links down below. I also have my links on my channel. I am super active on Instagram. I will be more than happy to answer your questions, work one-on-one with you, and learn more about what I do. And I will see you on the other side.